Last year we ran outplant trials with giant kelp at 16 different sites up and down the east coast of Tasmania. And what we found that even in the face of a marine heat wave, at several sites the kelp grew really well. We had a lot of difference in the survivorship and growth across those 16 sites. But what we've done is chosen the best performing, in other words, the sites where the kelp survived and grew the best last year, to go much larger scale with our outplanting this year. And by larger scale, I mean instead of only putting, say, 15 to 20 kelp plants out, we're going hundreds or even thousands of kelp plants at these sites, where we are training the commercial divers to help us get to those types of scales. We can't do this on our own. There's no way that we could just, as academics, researchers, and even conservation organizations, even though the Nature Conservancy is a huge conservation organization, we really can't do this without the help of the commercial dive community here in Tasmania.
I remember that technique of where we're basically cutting a hapter on one side and then also on another, and then counter rotating. It's super exciting to be able to scale this up and get the commercial dive industry involved in essentially industrialising this process that we worked out, that we could regrow a few giant kelp trees. Now we're really, with the industry, getting to forest scale. It's a bit of a surreal moment to think that we're gotten to this point so quickly, and it really is an exciting time to work out how scalable these guys can get to, what rates of outplanting they can reach, so that come outplanting season next year we know how many spools to produce of twine with the seeded giant kelp on it, so we can keep up the quantity of twine to service this growing industry.
Normally I do construction diving and I do the urchins, so you're down there taking or putting things in that aren't normally in the ocean, so it's nice to be putting something back that's meant to be there and hopefully helping to restore the balance a bit more.
Oh, it's rewarding, yeah, for sure. What'll be even more rewarding is 12 months and 2 years from now seeing, the fruits of our labour, hopefully, that it kicks right off and we see some really good result.
I can remember the days where you could walk across the macrocystis. It was so thick. It is good. I'd like to see the forests come back and to their former glory.
We're really getting to a point now where we're trying to restore the whole ecosystem. So we're doing something about the urchins, we're rebuilding lobster numbers, and we're actually reseeding the giant kelp in places where it's long gone. So once we can rebuild all those different components of the ecosystem, we hope we'll be able to get those giant kelp forests back and have the ecosystem thriving like it once used to.
Hopefully it works and I can take my kids down there and go snorkeling through it with them, which would be really cool.
We have a lot to do, and we have a vision for the future. And it is it is an ambitious vision, but that vision, the only way we can accomplish really recovery of giant kelp forests in Tasmania and in Australia in general is with an ambitious vision and with a lot of support. This needs to be a multi-year, large-scale, multifaceted project in order to succeed.